因为这个电影今天只有我们今天谈，不好意思，只能请到你来。那作为我们第一这个女配角，其实我们对你了解很少。那我知道你听得懂汉语，
我可以。
然后那刚刚影片里面有讲到说你那时候在 DC， 然后你那个时候他那个你的爸爸被送去的时候，你已经在念书了。所以可不可以告诉我们大家，就是 a little bit about your childhood, how you were brought up， 然后那你在受这个中国的这个教育，跟你自己的家庭的成长背景的就是说这两造的这个发展是怎么样产生？那你又是怎么样去看？就是说你都去美国啦，那后来在美国那段时间，就是你的父亲还没有被送去美国之前，那个时候的你，对于就是你的家乡、你的族人，你是怎么样的看法？可不可以跟我们分享一点？然后另一方面就是 ，Your mother talked about how she set these conditions for love for her man after her first divorce. So, did you receive any personal influence on that? Does that affect your choice for relationship? And 因为而且在这个事情上，我还看到另外一个事情是说 ，somehow it seems that Uyghur women are strong, so strong that they overshadow their men. And I don't know if that's an exception. I don't know if that's an exception or is that a common sort of a cultural trait in Uyghur culture. And would you care to explain that a little bit? And 另外一个就是 the last question is， 你说所有的 Uyghur in their blood, they are all Uyghurs and they are all for the cause. I happen to know from the press another Uyghur used to be very famous. He was in the Tiananmen Square. I know
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, and
he doesn't have to call himself Uyghur if he doesn't want to.
Okay, that's well. I was gonna ask you for your opinion on that. So I think I got that.
I'm good.
Thanks.
The first person asked a really good question. Actually, that's something that I always think about too. Like, I usually talk about that, but I never had that question. The people in Eastern Turkestan definitely are Muslim. They're like me. If you see me, I'm a Muslim woman. They're like me. And we are not using our faith to try to overcome what's happening there, because it's not going to work. We all know that. It didn't work before, it's not working now, and it's not going to work. So what my mom is doing is actually, it's right. We gotta get help from the West. And as far as using our religion to get help from the Muslim country, it's not going to happen. They're not going to help because they themselves are so weak. And they always have problems within. And our neighbors always in bed with Chinese. So we, all neighbor countries are also Muslim countries. We're talking about Pakistan, Afghanistan, and all the countries in Russia. So they're all good with Chinese. The Chinese already bought them 5-10 years ago. So if anybody passes through the Chinese border to go to Pakistan or not Pakistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, or Kazakhstan, run away from China, they turn them in. So we don't have any hope there. The light and the dark tunnel is either Western countries and mostly United States. U.S. citizens. So that's what I'm going to say. Hopefully, in the future, Taiwan becomes one of the countries too.
你的问题是说，就是东土耳其山有没有像西藏一样有一些策略可以来帮助我们自己的运动？其实我自己也常想这个问题。没错，东土耳其山是一个回教国，是一个回教的地区。像我本身，我所有的维族也都是回教徒，我自己也是一个回教女性。但是我们觉得国利用我们的信仰来克服我们现在中国遇到的难题，因为没有用，过去没有用，现在没有，未来也不会有用的。那我们是不是要找那些其他回教国家来帮助我们呢？其实我妈妈现在所做的才是对的，我们不会去找其他回教国家来帮助我们， 因为他们本身也非常的软弱，他们也不会帮助我们。像我们的邻国一些回教国家，像巴基斯坦、阿富汗、中亚那些国家，还有俄罗斯，他们都是支持中国的。如果维族人逃到外面去，他们还是会把这些维族人送回中国。所以没有用，我们最重要的还是要寻求西方的支持，寻求美国的支持，这也是我母亲目前所在做的。
And one more thing is, most of the Muslim countries out there don't think Uyghurs are Muslim enough. So even though they want to help, they're not going to help. Because we have the richest countries, like I said, Arabia, they never offered help. They just stand and watch. So I don't think they have an intention of helping or would help.
另外一个也就是说，这些回教国家，他们不认为说维吾尔族人，就是好像也不是很纯正的回教徒，所以他们也不会来帮助我们这些回教徒。回教国家里面最有钱的算是沙烏地阿拉伯，可是他们常常都是坐视旁观而已，他们并没有真正来插手帮助我们。
They're helping the Eastern Turkestan, which you call Xinjiang. I had better childhood. I had a better life when there was not a lot of Chinese people in Eastern Turkestan. We had a better system. We had a little more freedom. I'm talking about 1970s and 80s. Now it's whole Xinjiang is a prison. Like it's just like you feel like you're in a prison. If you're foreigner, you're traveling, you can feel the tension between Chinese and Uyghurs. They're afraid of each other. They did not help us because we are going backwards culturally, language. I meant to say we're going backwards. The Chinese government right now is making it look like they're helping us. Everything comes out of Xinjiang, like Mr. Liu said. Everything comes out of Xinjiang. We're helping the China big time to have all the bombs they needed. And we're helping the Chinese economy. They're not helping us. If we have that oil, if we have everything that we have for ourselves, we would be the richest country in that region. One. And second question that you said, if anything happens to my mom, would I be willing to sacrifice myself like my mom did? I think in a sense, yes, I would. I think anyone would.
中国政府他们好像让世人看起来说，他们真的是在帮助东土耳其山，也就是大家所称的新疆。其实，在我童年的时候，中国还没有真的进来之前，在70、80年代的时候，东土耳其山是一个比较美好的地方，是一个美好的地方。可是现在整个新疆就像一个监狱一样，外国人到新疆去旅行的时候，会感受到中国人和维族人之间的那样的紧张的关系。其实中国人进来对我们的经济、文化、语言什么根本都没有帮助，反而是让我们一直在倒退。所以我们可以帮助中国的经济，可是中国对我们的经济一点帮助都没有。如果我们东土耳其山可以使用我们自己的资源的话，我们可以成为中亚最富有的国家。那刚才也有听众问说，如果我们这是受害者，如果母亲不幸遇到什么事情，我愿不愿意接棒呢？愿不愿意承担他所给我的责任和重担？我愿意，也愿意做这样的牺牲。